Oh yeah, man, we about to get back to the book of Enoch, man. Like, motherfucking, at least he must be watching me, man, cause they fucking on my phones. They talking about I don't got no storage on my shit. So listen to what we about to do, man. I was just, I'm saying, so much knowledge. So guess what? We get running back. Boom. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. Killer the Comedian. This is RASHAD JAMAL on the book of Enoch. The book of Enoch. So like and subscribe to my channel. And watch our video.
Peace, reflection. I see y'all coming in here. About to get this. Welcome to this this evening class, or should I say this AM class. I see y'all coming in here. Spread the word. Let them know we live. It's night class, evening class. All right, we doing Semi and Toko September 13th. We're supposed to do him in class this week. We're gonna do him next week, which is Monday. We're doing right now. We're doing the Watchers. We're gonna talk about the Watchers, Fallen Angels, Book of Enoch. You know, a lot of y'all was just up on IG. I see y'all coming in here. Go ahead, come in here. Reflections. Reflections. I see y'all. Finna talk about the Book of Enoch. Spread the word, let them know we live. Like I say, this is a focused class, so y'all not gonna see me. Y'all just gonna see what we talking about. Y'all already know how I look. But I want to talk about this Book of Enoch. I see y'all coming in. I'm gonna let more y'all get up in here though, before I just take off and get into the build. Y'all go spread the word, go on the forum, let them know we live. I see y'all coming in here. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. Reflections. Talking about the Book of Enoch. Let's get some YouTube. Let's get some Google visual stimuli. See if they can give us some. Let's see if they give us some. Can we get some visual stimuli? Google. I see y'all. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. I see y'all flooding in here. I see the guys and goddesses flooding in here. A little visual stimuli, just to get some little visual stimuli.
I see that, y'all.
Alright. A lot of people read the Bible, but they haven't read the Book of Enoch. Alright. And there's a lot of people that haven't even read the Bible. Okay. Alright, so I see y'all coming in here. We late night class. Alright, so first let me start by sending I send my deepest insight to the ancestors for blessing us and guiding us and and walking us through this. Okay? All the downloads come from them. I'm just a medium. I'm just a voice. I'm sending my deepest of insight to the elders, those 65 and older within the university. We appreciate you deeply. Definitely want to send the deepest of insight and nothing but peace, positive energy, strong vibrations to my peers, those 25 and older within the university, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Y'all know how we do it. Definitely to the youth, those 21 and under within the university who watch these visuals and these videos with their parents. And you sitting here really learning this information because this is our information. This is ancient knowledge. I'm going to break it down to you. Break it down to y'all, the way that
God talk, nigga.
I break it down to you. But I want y'all to see, I want y'all to see what they say first. Alright, so this is thinking cap. Put your thinking cap. We gotta put our thinking caps on. Have our third eyes completely open, tapped into our brow chakra. We tap into the third eye chakra on this lesson, on this live lecture. I ask that we all tap into our third eye all the way. So you have the Bible, and then you have another version of the Bible called it's like an extended book called the Book of Enoch. And this book is a very detailed book because it's important to the microscope of the beginning of the fall. And the fall will be the war that they say broke out in heaven, There really isn't a heaven, as in the way it's described in the Bible, but there is endless realms, endless possibilities that you create and that you created. So it's imperative that you understand this. The astral planes are limitless. Vast. The multiverse is vast. You are everything and everything is you. Alright? Remember this. I need you to remember this, reflections. You are everything and everything is you. Alright? And I'm not talking loud for a reason. I want to keep my voice at a certain vibration because I want you to understand the times we are in and what you are dealing with. Okay. A lot of us never even read the Bible. Okay? Most of us only heard stories of the Bible. It's not too many people that took the time to sit down. Hear me clearly. Took the time to sit down and actually decipher what the Bible is and read it and really meditate on everything that they're reading and put their own thoughts to what they are reading. Most people don't do that because the day goes by too quick for them. They don't have quite enough time. In what they call a day. Welcome to class. I see y'all said they coming in here. Welcome to class reflections. But yeah, most people don't have enough time in what they call a day to truly understand what they are reading. some? Would you help them? But yeah, there's not too many people that are really taking the time to decipher what it is that they are reading, y'all. Okay, stay with me. This book of Enoch has a lot of occult understanding within it, if you know what it is that you're reading. So, let's see what Wikipedia says about the book of Enoch. And it's like an extra book, but it's like its own Bible, because see, the book of Enoch tells, okay, so put it like this: the Bible, when the Bible talks about the war that broke out in heaven in the fall, they tell you just a little bit about what happened. They say there was a war in heaven and that great dragon was cast out. And that's it. No reason why the fight broke out, who the fight broke out with, nothing. Nothing. The rest of the Bible just go on and start talking about the devil and Satan from that point. They tell you he took a third of heaven with him, but they don't tell you who that third was. So it's no details. If it ain't no details, how the fuck you gonna know what's going on? You can't. But it's imperative that we understand what happened in this initial war that took place in what they call heaven, because that was the war that brought the divide. Now, the book of Enoch also tells you about this war in heaven. Peace to the ancestors. I see that number. The book of Enoch always tell you about this war in heaven. I mean, also, I'm high as hell. The book of Enoch also tells you about the war in heaven, but it goes into detail. It mentions all the fallen angels, not all of them, but a lot of them. It tells you how the war kind of broke out, what was going on, you know, in what they like to call the heaven, in heaven. It's also going to tell you about this relationship they had with human beings. But that's it though. They're not going to really break down to you what the book of Enoch really was. So that's what I'm here to do tonight. So let's see what Wikipedia said about the book of Enoch. Hold on. Alright, here we go. Trying to line it up. Alright, the book of Enoch is an ancient Hebrew apocalyptic religious text ascribed by tradition to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah. Enoch contains unique material of the origins of demons and Nephilim, why some angels fell from heaven, and an explanation of why the Genesis flood was morally necessary, and prophetic exposition of the 1,000-year reign of the Messiah. Alright? So, a lot of people, you know, don't understand this concept. A lot of people don't understand this concept about the book of Enoch. Alright? So, let's talk about how. Let me go here real quick. Let me see which one I want to click on first. I know I'm trying to show y'all something. Let me find. Let me see if they got it. Alright. So, it's a book in Enoch, right? Called the Book of the Watchers. Okay? And that's what we're here to talk about today. The Watchers. But the Watchers is in the Book of Enoch. Okay? And that's why I said the Book of Enoch is supposed to be one of the lost books from the Bible. But it's really like his own Bible. And even when you read the Book of Enoch, you really don't, you still won't know what it is that you're reading about unless you really know what's going on. But we gonna, hold on, let me pull it up. So now that we know what the Book of Enoch is, let's go dive into the Watchers. Alright. So, we're finna find out who the Watchers are, who they say the Watchers are. Alright? So, also in the Book of Enoch, you know when you want to hear about the giants, see they got a Book of Giants. Because in the Bible, they don't really talk about the giants like that. They don't get too in-depth, but in the Book of Enoch, they go more into what was going on with the giants. Alright, but we're not talking about the giants right now. We're talking about the Watchers. That's a different lecture. Talk about these Watchers. Oh yeah, grab your popcorn. My bad, I'm trying to stay to the camera. Grab your popcorn. Roll up, whatever you need to do. Go ahead and do it. Saturday night, we enlightening ourselves. Period. Period. Alright. In the book of Daniel, there are 3 references to the class of Watcher, Holy One. Alright. The term is introduced by Nebuchadnezzar, who says he saw a Watcher, a Holy One, come down from heaven. Wikipedia is good to use for this because if you go to the actual book, they only quote what it said in the book. Alright, so this is a good way to like skim through what they said without having to read the whole thing. But you can go read the whole thing for yourself, like at your own leisure, because I'm not going to sit here and read the whole motherfucking Book of Enoch or the whole Book of the Watchers. I'm going to skim over it and get to what needs to be gotten to. You feel me? Alright, in the book of Daniel, there were 3 references to the class of Watchers and Holy Ones, alright? The term is introduced by Nebuchadnezzar, who says he saw a Watcher, a Holy One, come down from heaven. He describes how in his dream, the Watcher says that Nebuchadnezzar will eat grass and be mad, and that his punishment is by the degree of the Watchers, the demand by the word of the Holy Ones. The living may know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of man. After hearing the king's dreams, Daniel considered for an hour and then responds. And because the king saw a Watcher, a Holy One, coming down from heaven and saying, chop down the tree and destroy it, but leave the slump of its roots in the earth, bound with a band of iron and bronze, and the tender grass of field, and let him be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts of the field till 7 periods of time pass over him. This is interpretation, O king. Alright, so I'm not going to keep reading this whole thing, but this is basically them quoting what they said they saw. And I read some of it because I want you to notice that the Watcher was given instructions, and the Watcher came down from the heavens. Now we know that the heavens is the astral planes, okay? So we gonna find out who the Watchers is though. Alright, so let's see how many more times they show them. I keep thinking I'm on the iPad. I'm tripping. Alright, check it out. They talk about the Watchers 3 different times. In the books of Enoch, the first book of Enoch devotes much of its attention to the fall of the Watchers. Alright? So, the first book of Enoch talks all about the fall of these fallen angels, these fallen gods that I always told you about, okay? Now, the second book of Enoch addresses the Watchers themselves, who are in fifth heaven, where the fall took place. Alright, so in the book of Enoch, they tell you the fall took place in fifth heaven. But in reality, you know what I'm saying, the fall took place right here on planet Kai. Alright? The fall took place right here on planet Kai. That's where the war broke out at. Alright, it happened during the construction of the planet. The planet was still under construction, still getting built up. We were still working on it, and then, you know, that's when the fall took place. That's when the war broke out. Alright? That's when all the confusion started. Now, the third book of Enoch gives attention to the unfallen Watchers, okay? So, see, people talk about the Watchers. These are the fallen, right? The Watchers are the ones who came and fell. That's what they teach you in religion. But most people don't know about the unfallen Watchers. In the third book of Enoch talks on that too. Okay, so the unfallen Watchers would be us, the gods and goddesses who stay at their high vibration and didn't fall and didn't leave with Zeus. Alright, so this would be our ancestors as well in the Anunnaki, especially the High Supreme Council back home. You know, these are the people that are